And you are looking at arguably the most famous house in the world at 1600 Pennsylvania Avenue, Washington, D.C., the home and the office of the most influential politician on the planet, because the decisions made in the White House ripple right across the world.
Across 50 states and one capital district, Americans have been voting. They will decide the winner. Will it be Donald Trump making a comeback, or Kamala Harris becoming a history maker and taking her place as the 47th president?
Hello, I'm Andrea Sankey, and welcome to TRT World's special live coverage of the U.S. presidential election.
I'm Adnan Nawaz. It's not just the White House that is being contested, because control of Congress is also up for grabs. This is the 60th U.S. presidential election. Rarely in the past 236 years has it mattered so much. In the hours ahead, we're going to examine why.
Absolutely, because what the U.S. does by accident or by design can fundamentally affect the lives of so many people in so many places. It's a domestic contest with global implications, and we'll be taking you around the world to our anchors, analysts, and regional experts to find out what it all means.
In Mexico City, we have Reagan Devine. But there are two conflicts to consider: America's attitude towards what's happening in Ukraine. So Dasha Chernisheva is in the Russian capital, Moscow. There's obviously the conflicts in the Middle East, occupied East Jerusalem, and Efnan Han will cover that for us.
Imran Garda will join us from Cape Town, South Africa. From Hong Kong, Oscar Surbakti will be looking at Washington's crucial relationship with China and Asia. And for the European point of view, we have Maria Ramos in London. There she is.
So you're going to get a truly global perspective, and joining Andrea and I throughout the night here in the studio will be Victoria Innes and Paul Hawkins. Over to you.
Thank you, Adnan and Andrea. It's just gone 11 p.m. GMT, which is 6 p.m. in Pennsylvania, 5 p.m. in Wisconsin, and 4 p.m. in Arizona. Lots of twists and turns to come inside the vast country that is the United States. We will also continue to check in with our correspondents in those crucial swing states.
Speaking of which, Georgia has less than an hour to go before the polls close. Indiana and Kentucky have already started counting, but there's still 5 hours of voting left in California. Throughout the night, we'll update you on the latest results and what they mean with our correspondents across the US. Selena Downs is at Kamala Harris HQ in Washington, while John Brain is with Team Trump in Florida.
Craig Boswell is in Arizona, Martin Markovitz in Georgia, Andy Rosegen in Michigan, Randolph Nogel in North Carolina, and Frank Uciado in that crucial swing state of Pennsylvania. Kubra Akash, meanwhile, is in New York, but we're going to go to where this story begins and ends in Washington, D.C. with Ali Jan. Ali.
Paul, that is literally the case. We are high above Pennsylvania Avenue, about 3 blocks from the White House and about 6 blocks away from the Capitol building. Hello, I'm Adijan Ayalnar, alongside with my colleague Belinda Mustafora, Jafar Hasnain, and the host of our Inside America show, Amanda Walker. It's going to be a busy night. Amanda, what do you expect? Belinda, what do you expect?
I feel like it's going to be a busy night, but it's going to be a busy days ahead of us, because this election really does feel like a team sport. It's so divisive this time around. It feels like you're either team red or team blue in the US, and there is nothing in between.
Indeed, and along with looking at the political divisions within the United States, we're also looking at the minority vote, the Muslim vote. They can both play a very crucial role when it comes to the outcome of the elections.
Yeah, and what's going to be the deciding factor, the thing we're all talking about on the other side of this, the economy, as it has been so many times, or is this going to be an issues election? Immigration, the Republicans, and of course, women's rights, abortion, the Democrats.
One thing is undeniable: this is the most exciting election since George W. Bush versus Al Gore back in 2000. So it's going to be a good night. This time, we're back to you.
Yes, we should get the first exit polls very soon. And throughout the hours ahead, I'll be keeping you up to date on the race between Kamala Harris and Donald Trump. 538 votes are up for grabs in the Electoral College, so whoever gets to 270 is the winner. Well, it's quite a complicated process, Electoral College, but don't worry, I'll give you the Election 101, the complete newcomer's guide, a little later. And of course, there's always a small chance of a tie after 4 months of madness.